we do things early sometimes. Okay, there we go. Now it says we're live. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad that you guys are here. We are doing an impromptu live on a Thursday. What is really happening? I'm so glad that you guys are here. We had quite a few people who commented in the group and they were like, Allie, we missed the lives. And honestly, I missed you guys too. It's been a really crazy month to try to carve out the time. So that's when I was like, you know what? We're just going to do it today. We're just going to wing it. We're not going to have a plan. We're not going to set a schedule. We're just going to wing it. We're just going to do it today. Okay. So let me jump into this chat and see where is everybody at. Woohoo, I finally get to catch a live. Yes. Hello, Diane. Joni's here. Boop, 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 boop. All right. I got to turn off all my notifications on my watch. Vanessa said notification on. I hope you got the notification because I'm live and I'm early and I hate to wait. Like, don't you hate that? I hate when I'm having to wait for another creator to just start. Like, I'm in the chat and I'm like, can we start the show now? Strega. Shoot, I wasn't first this time. No, we had a couple of people beat you here, but that's okay because I'm glad that everyone is here. Hey, Janet. She was letting me know she was ready because I messaged everybody and was like, are we ready now? So thank you, Janet. Cindy's here. Let's party. Oh yeah, side note, fit for today's video is my new Buffy the Vampire Slayer shirt for $8 off of Shein. Can't go wrong with Shein, I tell you. The quality is not phenomenal, but like sometimes they just have really great stuff. Hey, Tammy's here. Hey, Tammy. Let me get readjusted here. Not going to make you guys seasick, I promise. Hey, Janet's starting it off strong with a question. Don't forget, if you guys have a question, drop the QQQ or the question marks so that it jumps out at me. Okay. My question the other day, switching to Mounjaro, the dose is 2.5 at 8 weeks, no weight loss. Is that normal when you switch from Ozempic? Yes, especially if you were on a higher dose of Ozempic, because the two medications are not the same. So there's no, like, you'll see equivalency charts online where people have guesstimated, like, oh, if you're on this dose, then switch over to this dose. But it's not a one size fits all. So what I tell people is the safest option is, of course, start at the lowest dose, right? So you're switching from Ozempic to Mounjaro. And then every 4 weeks, right? Because it takes 4 weeks for the dosage to build up in your system. If you're not seeing results, go ahead and titrate up. Now that goes against, right, kind of the advice that's given when it comes to, stay on your dose as long as you can. But if you're switching from another medication, there's a little bit of trial and error there. So yes, so if you're on 2.5, 4 weeks, no weight loss, go ahead and bump it up to the 5 and see how 5 does for you. And, it depends on the person, Janet. So we won't know until you try. Some people, they start to see results at 5. Some don't see results until they get to a little bit higher doses, like 7.5 or even 10. So, so just stay in close contact with your doctor. And in this specific situation, don't be afraid to titrate up, but make sure you're giving yourself that 4-week window because you got to give the meds time to do their thing. So Janet, definitely keep us posted and let us know how that's going. Spoonie Magoomy, Spoonie Magoomy. Hey. Hey, girl, hey. Tammy says, good to see you. No, Tammy, it's good to see you. And Janet. Love your hair. Thank you. I just I did my bangs for you guys, but that was as far as I got cuz I was like, okay, I could get super fancy and like do my hair and everything cuz I really did decide to do this on a whim, or I could jump into the live early. Do my hair, jump into the live. I jumped into the live. But thank you, Janet. You're so sweet. Okay. Yeah, we're all here. Susan's here. Hey, Susan. Sandra, haven't seen you in a minute. It's been too long. Yes, I agree. I've been sitting over here holding all my negative comments for you. You crack me up. Listen, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am about to hit 10,000 subscribers. And the more subscribers you get, the more you get hit with negativity. And I'm really getting kind of a mix now. It's really very weird. So it'll be some people that are actual subscribers that are like, why are you being so mean? And then other people that are just trolling me. So I I'm just having to walk this fine line of trying to be nice to people. But Sandra, you're always a troublemaker, and I love you for that. Hey, Dawn's here. Hello. I'm so happy to see all my peeps. Ooh, sipping diet orange sun-kissed. That sounds good. I have Gatorade in my tumbler. See if it'll let you read it. My tolerance for people lasts this long. Whoop. I do have a video coming out. I had somebody who requested a video on all of the tumblers that I have, and I do have a video. I just need to edit it. It was hard to edit it. It was hard to say altogether. But yeah, grape Gatorade. Trying to get those electrolytes in. Stay hydrated. Sharon, hello from California. That's awesome. I used to live in Palmdale, Sharon. You'll have to let me know if you know where that is. Okay. Debbie says, hello, great to be here. Yes, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, definitely give the thumbs ups. Yeah, if you guys, if you can't see it because the chat, you may have to minimize the chat so you can hit the like button. It definitely helps push the live out to everybody else who may not have seen the announcement in the group when I was like, surprise, let's go live today because Joan said we should. Hey, this is my first live stream. I'm so excited. I've been binge watching all of your prior videos. Yay! Diane, I'm so glad. Well, listen, if you have any questions or anything, definitely let me know because, the lives are just kind of a free-for-all. You guys ask the questions. I tell you what's going on. We've got a goal. I don't know if you've seen the goal up at the top, but I currently have the inside scoop for the Zelfie scam. I've got 2 videos pending, and it is going to be wild. So if we reach our goal, then I'll spill a little bit of the beans here for the live. But Diane, thank you so much for being here. That's so awesome. If you're not here early, you're here late. Hello. Yes, you are right on time, Vanessa. Hello, Margaret. I know we're all having flashbacks to Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. I say that all the time. All the time. In real life, I say it. So, I just had to throw it into a video, and it's me. It's really me. Hey, Laura's here. Hey there. Hey there. Hey. Hello, Sue. Welcome. Hey, Harrisburg, PA. Renee, coming to hang out with us. Okay, great. Joni on the live. Yeah, you're very welcome. I'm just glad that, I had an opportunity to do it. Yay! Hooray for shenanery. Yes, every day. If you missed the video where I dubbed myself the shenanery expert, you're going to have to go back and watch that one. So, but it's official. I'm thinking about having some sort of diploma made that says some sort of certificate that says shenanery expert. And I think I want to switch up my background and like have it behind me. I think it's needed. Hey, Darlene says, may I say you're looking so svelte. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. I currently, just to give you the current update, I was down 130 pounds, but I've gained a little bit of weight this week because carbs are my friend. And I love them. And we have this love-hate relationship, but sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, but I'm definitely all around. So, so thank you, Darlene. That's very sweet of you. My wife's birthday was this past weekend. So of course she got this giant carrot cake from work. And I was like, and then, she had cake at her mom's house. And I was like, and then I was like, I'm not getting you a cake, just so we're clear. So yeah, so I have had a lot of carbs lately. But it's okay. This is life, right? And we just kind of ebb and flow and we go with it. And I don't let it get me down anymore. So anyway, Darlene, I know that that's not what you meant for me to say when you made your comment. Thank you. I love you. You're so sweet. But I just wanted to throw that out there because I know that there are a lot of people that are really struggling and they just want to feel like, when is the struggle going to be over? And I tell you, it's like, if you can heal that relationship with food, it makes a world of difference. Strega said, howdy, gang. Spoonie Magoomy. Spoonie Magoomy. If you're new here, that's how I have to say her name every time. It doesn't matter if we're on a live. It doesn't matter if I'm over on her channel on TikTok. It doesn't matter if I'm seeing her in a live of somebody else's channel. That's what I say to myself every single time. I can't explain it. I just love her name, and that's just what I do. I just do a little dance, and I'm like, Spoonie Magoomy. Anyway, back to reality. I just picked up my first 15 milligram box today. I watched the dosage shaming video, and I laughed so hard when I saw the box. I am in the cool kids club now. Yes. Yeah. It's one of those things. Like, I don't understand why people have it in their mind that the number of the dosage has some sort of morality tied to it, right? Like, oh, I'm better than you. I only had to ever go up to 5. Well, I'm better than you because I only had to go to 10. You're on 15. Oh my gosh, why did you go all the way up to 15? I was watching a TikTok video from this one chick yesterday, and she was like, if you went all the way to 15, then you did something wrong and you're lazy. And I was like, you know what? I don't even have the heart to just absolutely slam her in a video because that's what I wanted to do. But I couldn't do it in a constructive way. I just couldn't. I went and looked at some of her other videos. She had like 100 followers. It was bad. And I was like, you know what? You look like you're 16 going on 18. I'm just going to let this one slide. But yeah, but I'm glad that you saw that video and it made you laugh. Don't do me. Says hello. Hello there. Hello, don't do me. Don't do me. Green heart and smiley face. I love that you're yelling. Don't do me. I mean, there is no lowercase in that name. That's fantastic. Hey, losing it Grays. Allie, how many bracelets you got on? Oh man, is that like a legit question? 2, 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, 30 of these guys. And then this is the one that I always wear. I never take off that my wife gave me. So yeah, 31. I win. 31. And I'm going to order more of these because they're just fantastic. And they match everything. That you got me. But I counted them real fast. Hey, my better chickies here. Greetings and salutations. I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, Spoonie Magoomy. I'm growing my bangs out because they're so annoying when I'm working out. Yes, I feel your pain. I recently recut my bangs because, why not? That's what you do when you're bored. And yeah, I have to use like a little hair clippy to clip it back. It's crazy. No, I don't know what's happening out there, but everybody's barking. I'm not getting a delivery or anything, so it's nothing exciting. Okay. Sasha's got a question. Has anyone looked into alternating TERS compound and name brand Wegovy to try and stretch out the TERS and just see how it works? Am I crazy? Okay, so first of all, you're not crazy. Second of all, here's the thing. You're probably going to have some inconsistency. And from the people that I have spoken with who have done this, it's basically the tirzepatide weeks are going to make up for the Wegovy weeks that suck. If that makes sense. So, obviously, this is not something that's been studied. You obviously want to talk to your doctor about it. But yeah, if it's like a specific like best use by date is the reason why you're trying to use one over the other, I would just use up whatever you have of one and then transition to the other one. I have not personally seen many people who have been able to do the back and forth and been successful. It's really just becomes a game of going up, going down, going up, going down, right? Because the Wegovy is just not as effective. Not to put the Wegovy down. Like if you're somebody who's on Wegovy and it's working for you, that's phenomenal. But, if for somebody who's been on tirzepatide, who's had success and then they're being forced to Wegovy, right? It can be problematic. It just depends on the person. So are you crazy? No, I have seen other people do this. There's just not a lot of info out there, but the info that I have seen, it's not very good. You would honestly be better off using up whatever you can. Like, let's say you have access to name brand Wegovy and it's covered by insurance, but you don't have access to tirzepatide compound. Use the Wegovy, do the best you can with the Wegovy, right? And then switch over to the tirzepatide, save up money and get the tirzepatide. I know it's a really tough spot to be in right now with a lot of people being forced over to Wegovy. It's painful, right? Especially if you've had such good success with tirzepatide, you've had, very few side effects, to then be pushed over to Wegovy is problematic. But yeah, that's a tough one. You are your own experiment in that one, Sasha. But great question. Bit of chicky. Hey, yeah, I am in good spirits. I'm usually in good spirits. If I'm not sick, if I'm sick, you can hang it up. That's kind of like the only time I'm not in good spirits. Okay. Hey, Diane's got a question. If someone leaves a crappy comment during a live stream, do they get a special video made about them or just a public flogging? Yeah. So, we Diane, you should go back through some of my previous lives because we have had trolls that have joined the live, and it's been a lot of fun. And what I do is I kind of let them stick around for as long as they can hang. Um, it's pretty hard to get under my skin. We had a lot of fun with the last one, not just me, but the chat in general. So yeah, so you should definitely go watch that video. But yeah, so negative comments here, they really just kind of end up in the live, and that is the video about it. I don't usually do a special video unless I have something really wild happen, which I know is just a matter of time, right? Like I said, almost to 10,000. That's when things kind of get crazy. You're creeping over and we can see your shadow. Oh, the yard guy's here. Okay. I'm gonna have to give you the money to pay him. Okay. You're so funny. She just passed me a note to tell me the yard guy's here. You're so cute. Okay. Everybody hold that thought. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. You're so funny. You want to get it for you? Oh. Okay. Yeah. No, they can still hear you. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Transaction complete. I'll put that away later. We'll just set it over here. Okay. Sorry about that. She's so funny. She wrote me a note so she wouldn't interrupt us. Okay, that explains why the dogs were barking. Okay, good. All right, let me go back. Let me go back so I can see. Yeah. She said smash that like button. That's right. Hey, Jess is here. Oh my goodness. Yes. We missed you too. I missed all of you guys. So great to see the live. Sweet. Absolutely. Using all my members only emojis because I can. Sandra, I love that. I love that. I need to get in there and make us some more emojis so that we'll have them. Okay. Hey there. Oh, I've got another note. Okay. Thank you. I love you. Thanks, babe. Adorable. Okay. Donna says, hi, everyone. We had a cold front in Louisiana today. It was 96. She's laughing out there. Did you hear her? Yeah. Donna, you stop it. Okay. Stop it right now. It's been like 108 where I am. And I'm ready to really turn into a popsicle. Just really craziness. Okay. All right. Ginny says, what is your exercise schedule? You are looking fab, girl. Thank you so much. So I try to get in at least 3 times a week weight lifting. If I could speak, that would be great. but I don't have like a set schedule. So for me, whenever I put something into a schedule, or it's like a you have to do this at this time, right? Because of my ADD, it becomes problematic for me because other things come up, and then I'm like, "Oh no, I missed my workout. It was supposed to be at exactly 6:15 a.m. Now what do I do?" Right? And it sends me into a frenzy. So what I do is I just say, "Okay, this is my week. I'd like to get this in 3 times this week. If I do 4 times, great. If I do 2 times, okay, we do better next week," right? So I don't beat myself up anymore, which is something that I was very, very guilty of. So the other thing that's kind of challenging for me right now is that I have a tendon injury in my arm. So a lot of the workout that I'm doing is just legs and back and abs. So I'm not doing a whole lot with arms right now, and that's kind of throwing me off. But again, I'm just trying to do something. I just recently got a weighted vest. I know I had mentioned to you guys before that I was going to order one. I did when the Amazon deals were going on. So I'm going to be showing you guys that and doing a review on it. So yeah. So and then as far as cardio goes, I just keep it simple. I'm just doing like walking. I don't really time it. I try to get up and move during the day when I'm, working. I get out there with the dogs, right? Throw the ball, run around. So for cardio, I don't track that as closely. But that's because I also don't want to burn a bunch of calories, right? Because I'm trying to stay in a real relaxed kind of level right now. I hope that makes sense. I know a lot of people are just like, "Oh my gosh, it's so super structured." And if that works for them, more power to them. But it becomes too much for me. And I get overwhelmed, and then I start finding reasons not to do it anymore. So this is kind of my workaround for not doing that to myself. So Jenny, I hope that helps you. Team Crunchy True Tide is back. Oh yeah, we back. PhD shenanery. Oh my goodness, we said shenanery like 5 times and I didn't take a drink. Okay. Susan says, "Does it benefit you if you like your early videos? I'm hooked." Oh, if I like your early videos. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So the way it works with YouTube is it helps me if you like the video. It helps me if you watch the video. It helps me if you share the video with somebody else and they watch it. And it helps me if you subscribe. So those are all the ways that you can kind of, help your, YouTube creator that are just kind of standard. Then there's an additional layer of stuff, right? Like there's a membership. You can join that if you want to. There's like I have links in all of my videos in the description box for various products that I've tried and reviewed. Make sure you go check out those review videos. Some of them are really funny. So if you decide that you want to get those products and you click the Amazon link, right? That helps me. The memberships here. You can, of course, always do like a super chat or something like that. Obviously not required. So yeah, but liking videos, watching videos, subscribing to YouTubers that you enjoy, it definitely helps them because all of those things are kind of like what YouTube looks at when it says, "Hey, are we going to push this content out to somebody else? Does Susan like this video? She does. Okay, that means we're going to send this video out to Kimberly Rogers," right? So just by watching, participating, putting a comment, right? Even if you don't say anything, you just do like a little heart emoji. I have some people that just put heart emojis on every video. They don't have anything they want to say, and I still love them for it because it helps, right? So, Susan, great question. Moving on down, moving on down. Vanessa's got a question. Okay. Can we get into some controversy, please? Oh my gosh. Vanessa, are you new here? This is the land of let's get into some controversy. Okay. Your split dosing video was the meatballs. Oh, Vanessa, I love you. Okay. I get ignored and spat on in other groups when I try to mention what a game changer it's been. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me offer just a little bit of feedback here. And then I'll tell you about the updates part. So if these are Facebook groups that you're referring to, that right, that people want to get all bent out of shape about split dosing, Facebook is actually like really coming down on us hard when it comes to talking about dosing, split dosing, do I go up in dose, right? It's gotten redonkulous. We can't even figure out like what things are triggering it. I lost my entire support group of over 9,000 people for no reason that Facebook could provide me. And even though I disputed it like 3 times, I still can't get it back. So if you're talking about it in a Facebook group, chances are not only are people going to come down hard on you, but it's, depending on the group and the admin team, it might even get deleted. So I don't want you to take that personally because, right, people like me and my awesome moderator team, right, like we put so much work into that group and then it just pulled out from underneath us. So please keep that in mind. You're not doing anything wrong, right? We should be able to talk about these things, but Facebook is, shouldn't even get me started. Okay, any updates? Yes, I am back to split dosing. There you go. There's your update. So I did the split dosing. I did the video. I went back to the once a week because I really wanted to have that kind of side-by-side immediate comparison to be able to talk to you guys about it. And whoo, buddy. The split dosing is chef's kiss. I mean, it was like night and day difference, especially in the nausea, especially in some of the other smaller type of symptoms like headaches, things like that. The suppression, so consistent. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. If you have not watched that video, please definitely go watch my video on split dosing. I did an experiment where I did split dosing for 30 days. And it was amazing. I think that it will only be a matter of time before that is a prescribed option because it was so great. So yeah, Vanessa, excellent question. I am back to the split dosing. I am still on compound. I don't know how that's going to work when I go back to name brand. Right? Because then you run into that whole problem of having to get the medication out of the vial, and that's not recommended. And right, danger Will Robinson. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do there, but I figured as long as I've got my compound, I'm going to keep doing the split dosing because it actually helps me to reach my calorie goal. And this is what I was going to say a second ago and I got discombobulated. So it was so much easier with fewer side effects and for me to reach my calorie goals so much easier because everything is so consistent and even, and it's not like super suppression and then you're crashing back down and then you're starving the last 2 days, right? It was just like, hey, we hanging out all week, we having a party, nutritional goals, we got you, right? And I loved it. So of course I immediately went back. So yeah, Vanessa, great question. Spoonie Magoomy. Just call me Carby. Me too. Arm update. Yes. So I am doing better. I'm not in the sling anymore, which is good. I basically shredded my tendon, but it didn't disconnect or anything. So yeah, so I'm doing better. It's not 100%, but it doesn't bother me 24/7 anymore. So I'm just trying to take it easy. I just keep, working out my one side. I'm going to end up looking like that guy. Oh, what was that movie? Lady in the Lake, Lady in the Water. It's the M. Night Shyamalan movie. Lady in the Lake. Tell me in the comments. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's the one guy in the video that's like got the buff arm and then he's got the little tiny arm. That's what I'm going to look like. Anyway, my bitter chickie, thank you for asking. I'm doing good. Hey. Happy almost weekend. Yes. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh my gosh, I'm so ready for the weekend. So ready for the weekend. Sandra says, you must promote your credentials. I find myself to be an expert in negativity. I call myself a negatologist. That's a little too close to Scientologist. We got to come up with something better than that. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. I love that. I think that I am going to start just randomly assigning myself credentials. I think it'll be a running joke for all of my peeps in videos. I'm just going to randomly say that I'm an expert of something because I think it would just, it just fits with everything that's going on online. It's like, I'm an obesity specialist and I'm a weight loss expert and I'm a chiropractor, right? Like everybody just goes off the deep end. What was the other one that I saw that was new? It was like an expert in detoxification and wellness mentality. I was like, stop it. Just stop it. Like, do they just go to Chat GPT and they're like, I need a really cool title. Make me up a title. That's what I need to do. I need to go to Chat GPT and say, these are my credentials. I'm a canine nutritionist. I have a degree in psychology. I'm an expert in shenanery. I'm a YouTube creator. I make fun of people who leave negative comments on my videos. Create me a title. It would probably be so long. It would be like Allie, first of her name, breaker of chains, lover of dragons. It would just be wild. It would be wild. But Sandra, yeah, we definitely need that. Okay, Carolyn says, I'm usually just a lurker because I watch on TV. I love that. But I've been missing the lives and glad to see one pop up. Thanks for responding so quickly to the Facebook request. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. I know I've been kind of MIA, but we're going to get back into the swing of things. We're going to start doing the lives, and I think it'll be good for everybody. Kevin is apparently trapped in the bedroom. Hang on. Okay, losing it, Grace. Stay there. I can't. I'm on live. Okay. Kevin, do you need a chew? Is that the problem? Okay. You're just going to come lay down? Okay. You want to come see your people? Come here. Okay. I love you so much. I love you. Say hello to your friends. Come here. They can't see your face. Okay, Sushi's coming up too. Okay. I love you. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Okay, here's Sushi. Here's Sush. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's happening? Kevin, what's happening? Okay, you can't get up here. You're too big. You're too big. Okay, okay, okay. Be careful. Okay, you too. Ah, good girl. Be careful. Okay. All right. Okay, go lay down. Be good. We're going to relax. I have to use all the keywords. Okay. All right. Losing it grays. For real. Okay. We're down to brass tacks. For real. Not for fake. For real. With all of your dose splitting experiments, how did you manage to poke yourself that many times a week? I still get the cringe just doing it once a week injector pen. Yeah, so guys, what is going on? I don't know. Oh, it's because the yard guy is here. Okay. Y'all quit. I'm sorry. Okay, so what happened? See, what had happened was when I started out with, Mounjaro and doing the injector pens, I was really scared of needles. Like nobody wakes up and they're like, I love needles, right? Like that doesn't exist. At least I don't think it does. That would be kind of odd. I think it's natural to be, iffy about that. But what ended up happening is because the medication worked for me so well in so many ways, I actually started to get excited about shot day. And then I started to find all the places where it didn't really hurt, which helped. And all of that kind of morphed into now it doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me. I can do injections anywhere and I'm perfectly fine. And I kind of like it. I know that sounds weird, but if you talk to people who do, right, injections, I think it has a lot to do with knowing that the injection equals awesome, right? So people who have to do multiple injections a week for, let's say, something like insulin, right? That doesn't have the same positive outcome, right? They have to do it because they have to. They don't have a choice. Whereas when we're doing these injections, right, we're feeling the benefits, we're seeing the benefits, we're, feeling better, hopefully, as we, go on our GLP1 quest. So yeah. So for real, it does not bother me. I could do an injection every single day and I would be totally fine. Yeah. So great question. Weird answer on my part, but you said be for real. So I'm being so for real. Okay. Crazy cat lady. I already shenaned once. So I will shenan again. Absolutely. I love that. That needs to be a shirt. We need to put that on a shirt. Mercedes, hello from Wisconsin. Hey, I love Wisconsin. I went to a football game in Wisconsin when I was a kid and I got a cheese head. And it lived in my room as a child for many, many years until the foam started falling apart. So I love Wisconsin. Okay. Vanessa said, oh, she was responding to Grace. Okay. Pens with that spring action are slightly more brutal than syringes. I agree. I'd take a shot every 5 minutes to keep his miracle going. Me too. Yeah. And Vanessa's bringing up a very good point. When you can control the speed at which you're doing the injection, right? Because with the pen, it's like you push the button and it's like ramming speed, right? Because that's how it's designed to go. But when you're doing an injection with a needle, you can do it more at like a 45-degree angle. And I got to tell you, I mean, I've gotten so good at it. At this point, it's like 8 times out of 10, I don't even feel it. So yeah, but the injector pen, I feel it every time, right? Because it's like, right, you can't get away from it. It's like, it's intense, but they make it that way on purpose. So that's why it always pains me to see new people on GLP-1s who are using the injector pens and they're like smashing it down so hard against the skin and then they're going to push the, and I'm like, no, you don't have to do all that. You're making it hurt unnecessarily. You just set it down. It makes contact and you push the button. It's okay. But anyway, yes, but Vanessa, very good point here. The other thing you can do, just as a side note, when it comes to doing injections yourself, is you can change the, where the bevel is on the needle. And you'll have to Google that because I'm not going to be able to explain it to you. Basically, the needle has like it's like this, right? It's shaped like this. So there's pointy end, there's kind of a flat end, and then there's the top part that's like flat all the way down. So you can change which way that bevel is, right? And then you're at a 45-degree angle. Anyway, just trust me, just Google it. It'll make more sense because there's lots of infographics that I can't show you right now that would help you with that. Okay. Shelly says, I'm in the pool swimming. That's awesome. Like right now. So if I type a crazy message, it's because I have to stop, dry my hands, and then type. I love that. So things might come out crazy. All right, Shelly, I'm going to keep that in mind. I love that you're swimming. You'll have to let us know. Are you just swimming for fun? Are you swimming for exercise or both? I love swimming. One of my favorite things. I'm a Pisces, so I should have been born in water. Okay, Sharon says, is it normal to go weeks and then lose a bunch? Yes. Twice I lost 9 pounds, twice after 6 weeks of losing nothing. Yeah. I've lost 35 pounds over 5 months. Fantastic. Which I'm very happy with. I'm on 10 milligrams Zepbound. Yeah. So Sharon, this is a phenomenal question. And I have a video specifically about this. If you want to go more in depth, you can definitely go check that out. But essentially, what I say is our body does not function on a schedule, right? We have been taught since the dawn of time, right, that everything happens on a 7-day work week. Okay, I'm starting my diet on Monday, and now here it is, Sunday, and Monday morning, I'm going to get up and I'm going to weigh myself and I will have lost weight, and that will be the measure of success, right? Except what happened? You woke up Monday morning, maybe you had something high in salt on Sunday, you're retaining a little bit of water, so it shows you gained weight. So what happens? You start beating yourself up. You start coming down on yourself. You're like, what did I do wrong? I followed the diet all week, right? We have all been there. So one of the things that I found through my own personal experimentation is that I don't lose weight every 7 days. My body says, ha ha, joke's on you. I lose weight every 8 to 11 days. So if you're measuring weekly and you just happen to get on the scale on the wrong day, right? You may be unnecessarily stressing yourself out when in actuality, if you just waited a few more days, right, then your body will let it go. So, yeah. Everybody is different. But to answer your question, is this normal? Yes. Yep. I have heard of this happening with many, many, many people. With men, with women, all different ages. Yeah. There are some people that that's just how their body functions, and it's okay. And now that you're aware of it, right? It'll kind of give you a little bit of leeway to like relax, right? You're not having to weigh yourself every day or once a week and then just be like, I don't understand why I'm not losing weight, right? Because you'll understand, okay, my body likes to do this thing where it holds on to everything until the last minute and then goes, okay, fine, right? And that's just the way it is. Laura said it's nice to have a yard guy. Yeah. Our property is pretty big, and we live in a very tiny, very old house, and there's no garage. So we couldn't even have a lawnmower if we wanted to, because there'd be nowhere to put it. The lawn guy is out front. That's why they're all barking. Anyway, but yes, it is. And I am very, very grateful for him. Okay. Sandra says, can I pass you a note and then get some money? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You crack me up. It's so funny. Marilyn in the house. Marilyn in the house. Jan says, thank you for answering my question. Absolutely. I'm happy to do it. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay. Carly says, speaking of spoonies, any spoonies? Like a spoonie magoomy? Any experience with Zepbound, chronic illness, and making the illness worse? Oh. Okay. So I don't personally have any experience with this. This is a tough one. The only one that I've really researched where people were taking a GLP-1 with a chronic illness and things got worse specifically relates to people who struggle with depression and anxiety, right? Which is, I'm not sure that would really fall into your chronic illness category. I guess it depends on what you're referring to. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of experience with that. I have a lot of experience with people who have had, great things, right? Where things got better, but not so much with it making things worse. And I think that many times it depends on specifically what the chronic illness is, right? So if it's something GI related, I could see that being problematic, right? And you might have to, work with your doctor and see if there's something that can be done, right? So you can kind of level out. But yeah, great question. I'm sorry that I couldn't be more helpful with that one. Christiane says, I love my weighted vest. I'm loving mine too. It's pretty intense. Okay. Sai says, are you familiar with reverse dieting? Girl, I am familiar with all things dieting. Trying to figure out how to improve a sucky metabolism after 60 years of yo-yo dieting. Yeah. Yeah, Cynthia, this one's a tough one. So for those of you who are not as familiar with reverse dieting, it's essentially where you've dieted for a really long time, you've kept your calories very, very low, your metabolism down regulates, right? Which is a natural process that happens. And so basically your body says, hey, you're not giving us enough energy. So what we're going to do is we're not going to expend as much energy. And it can be problematic, especially, after a long period of time. So, Cynthia, this is a tough one, right? Because if you're trying to change your metabolism, there are two key things that you want to do. One, you don't want to be in a calorie deficit. right? It's very hard to get your body back on track if you're in a calorie deficit. So that's kind of the first thing. So if you're in a weight loss phase, it's going to be a lot more challenging to do this. And secondly, you need to build muscle. So muscle is like revving up the engine for your body, for your BMR, right? Drives those calories expenditures up. It really kickstarts the metabolism. So if Cynthia, you'll have to let me know if you're in a weight loss phase, right? You're trying to lose weight. If you are, you can definitely work on making sure you're getting in the protein and making sure that you are, trying to build muscle. But if you're not in a weight loss phase, right? Like if you're in maintenance, then this is absolutely something that you can work on. I highly recommend, if you haven't met with a dietitian, to find one that is familiar, right, and supportive of GLP-1s, and start there, because working with a dietitian can be phenomenal. I loved mine, and you can learn a lot. So yeah, definitely keep us posted on that. Okay. Linz says, am I mistaken, or did you say before that you were trying NAD? You are not mistaken. Maybe I made that up. No, you didn't. It is still in testing phase. So no, you did not make that up. Yes, I am testing it out. So far, so good. And I have a video coming out on it soon. So if you have some NAD related questions, Linz, I'm happy to answer them for you now, so you don't have to wait until that video comes out. But yes, I am taking it. I convinced my wife to take it, so that'll be part of the experiment. And I have a video coming out soon. Hey, I'm late. So good to see you. You look great. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. I know we just kind of did this impromptu live thing, and I'm so excited. There's so many people that were able to make it. I love that. Okay. Adriana says, I can't always type anything because I'm working. Oh, I hope that just learning helps. I try to at least like it. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're doing great. Listen, do your work, right? You got your little earbuds in, you're good. Okay? Do not get in trouble. Just be typing on your phone. Just relax. It's all good. And don't forget, you can always watch the replay. So if you see there's a live, but you can't jump in, you can always watch the replay. There's a whole live playlist of all of my shenanery. So yeah, I hope you're having fun at work. Okay, Cindy says, from your experience, is it safe to take gas meds daily? Okay, so this is a really good question that I don't have the answer to. So what I would do is shoot this question to your doctor and tell them specifically which gas med you're taking. And then also take a look at specifically what it is that you're eating. If you're tracking your food, go back and kind of look at what you've been eating and track when you're having the gas. I know it sounds silly. It's like, what? Allie, one more thing to track? This is how I eliminated my gas very early on. So if you could find out what triggers it, then you can be prepared and try to get ahead of it. Because taking gas meds after you get the gas, right? Like you're just going to be in this vicious cycle. But if you can get ahead of it and you're doing like a digestive enzyme, something that can kind of help you in that direction, right? You may find that you need the gas meds less. So yeah. So Cindy, I'm sorry I couldn't be more helpful on that one. Definitely ask your doctor so they can look at specifically which gas med you're taking, because I think that'll probably um, play a role in the answer, right? Because all this over the counter stuff, like none of it is created equal. So, but very good question. Okay, Carly says, context. I love a good context. Follow up from my question. I have a great PCP. Okay, good. And we are working together. Excellent. Back on 2.5, down from 5. Okay. Worried I may have to come off altogether. It's just so helpful, just not with fatigue. Okay. So my ADD is kicking in. I don't remember Carly's first question. Experience chronic illness. Okay. So here's the thing, Carly. When it comes to fatigue, especially if you are just starting out on tirzepatide, fatigue can be caused by a couple of different things. First and foremost, the one that you can't do anything about is it basically goes over to your pancreas and kicks it. It's like, hey, you, time to wake up. Bow! And it kicks it into gear. And then it's like, activate pancreas, right? When that happens, endocrinologists have explained that that can lead to fatigue because our pancreas, right, mine especially, is like a lazy mofo just laying on the couch. And it's like, what do you mean you want me to help with digestion? I'm not doing any of that, right? And so the tirzepatide kicks in and activates it. And part of what can happen is the fatigue. So if that is what's happening, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. If it's one of the other reasons that you're having fatigue, right? And I'm not sure if this fatigue is also related to a chronic illness. You got to make sure that you're hydrated. You got to make sure that, you're getting in enough calories, right? If your calories are extremely low because you're not feeling well, that's not going to help you. There's a lot of different things that you can kind of work with to make it better. But having said all of that, you will see a lot of videos that are like, oh, this is how I cured my fatigue. Listen, if the fatigue is caused by activating your pancreas, there's no getting around that. The only thing that helps with that is staying on that same dose for as long as possible until that side effect stops. And that's what happened with me. I stayed on 2.5 for 13 weeks. And then I went on to 5, stayed on 5 for forever and a day. And, the longer I stayed on it, the less fatigue I had until finally my body just got used to it. And then I was okay. And now at higher doses, I don't have fatigue at all. Or if I do, it's like the second day after I've had an injection on a new dose, but then the rest of the time I'm fine. So, yeah. So, Carly, I would say you just got to hang in there. I know it's hard. Nurse Michelle. Yes, I love the split dosing. I do my 10 milligram, 5 milligrams at a time, 2 times a week. Much better for food noise control and cravings. 1,000,000% agree. Absolutely. And I understand why the companies didn't do it that way, right? Knowing the half-life of the medication, I get why they didn't do it because it's not conducive to making money. But at the same time, it's really fantastic. Don't do me. Split dosing would probably be the only way I can move up from 5 to 7.5 was the devil for me. Yeah. Yeah, it can definitely help. It can definitely help. I know that moving up in dose can be really challenging for people. And I think split dosing is a phenomenal option, for easing into it, right? Instead of doing this big jump. And I think that there will be more studies and more information that comes out, right, as time goes on. It's just, they can't make any money off of it right now, so they're not going to research it now. It's time for some chapstick. Booyah! I got a new one. Watermelon. For those of you who are new to the lives, I like super, super tiny miniature stuff, and I like giant crazy things. And this is my giant chapstick. I got it from Dave & Buster's. Okay. I tried split dosing. It stopped my weight loss, went back to regular dosing, lost 4 pounds. Yeah. So Nature Girl, it's definitely one of those things where it's not a one size fits all. It really depends on what your body as an individual needs. Thank you. It's my giant tumbler for the dogs. Yeah, you want to take it? Okay, you got it. Good job. We'll drink to that. Where's my drink? Okay, so yes, it depends on you as an individual, right? There are many people who do split dosing. They don't like it. They don't like doing multiple injections. They don't like, the way it makes them feel. They don't, right? Like, there's so much nuance to it, and it's not a one size fits all. Just like the once a week injection and moving up in dose every 4 weeks is not a one size fits all either. So yeah, so Nature Girl, love this point that you made here. All right, my bit of chickie. We didn't even post the split dosing video in the support group just out of caution. Yeah. Please, as Allie said, don't be offended if we can't approve posts in the group that certain subject matter. Yeah, she's right. I don't even post my videos in the group anymore. I mean, every now and then I'll link something that I think might be okay, but it flags stuff. Facebook is just horrible. But yeah, we're trying to do the best we can. Some of the Facebook groups have they've just ratcheted down so hard on what you can and cannot post. It's hardly a support group anymore. Everybody has to talk in code. It's just kind of ridiculous. Yes, Lady in the Water. Thank you. Here we go. Lady in the Water. Yes, thank you. That was the M. Night Shyamalan movie that I was referring to earlier. Thank you. Okay. Sherry Berry. Hi there. Well, hello. I wanted to mention I have an amazing chiropractor who's an advocate for GLP1s. Awesome. His wife lost over 100 pounds, and he has seen me lose 100 plus and knows my weight loss has improved my mobility. That's phenomenal. I love that. Yeah, I know I've been kind of picking on the chiropractors here lately because some of them have been making some silly videos. But I don't have anything against chiropractors. I don't. If I need an adjustment, I'll go see a chiropractor, right? So yeah, love this. And I love that your chiropractor is pro GLP1s. That's awesome. I think everybody should just be pro GLP1s at this point. I think everybody should just give in and come to the dark side. Love me some M. Night shenanery. Yeah, me too. I do like his videos. Movies. I like his movie. Hey, Kimberly made it. Woohoo! I love him too. The only movie of his I didn't care for was Old. Yeah, I thought it was a good one watcher. It was interesting. It was, yeah, I would say a good one watcher, right? Like, is it my most favorite movie ever? No, but I will give him this much. At least he doesn't do like remakes of stuff that's already been remade like 20 times, or it's the same old. At least we get something different. Is it going to be good? We don't know. but we watch it just in case. That's kind of how I feel about his stuff. So, yeah. But yes, I did watch Old, and I was like, oh, this one's kind of weird. Spoonie Magoomy. Oh my God, don't get me started on Dr. Jones. I have like this love-hate relationship with Dr. Jones. I just laugh every time I see his videos. Like, he brings me so much joy for all the wrong reasons. But I gotta give him credit for that. Like, right? I mean, anyway, I know I poked a lot of fun at him too, but he does also make some other videos that are pretty good. He was kind of tearing into a lady earlier today she was an EMT, and I am dying to find her video. And she's like, you mark my words, when 10 years from now, we're going to see those commercials, like those mesothelioma commercials. And it's going to be like, did you take a GLP1? If so, you may be entitled to compensation. If you find that TikTok video, she's an EMT, she's got a nose ring. I can't find it. Anyway, he was tearing into her in a video, and I was laughing so hard. And I was like, I gotta find her video. And then I can't find it. And of course, he didn't show any of her links or anything. So if you see that video on TikTok, please send it to me, because I am also interested in tearing her a new one. But yeah. Dr. Jones. Side note, I have heard from people who have actually met him in real life, and they say he's a really nice guy. So, still gonna poke fun at him though, but it's all in good fun. Okay, AR Puffin stuff. How you been? Allie, queen of lampshades everywhere. Sorry, I thought you were looking for extra titles, shows of expertise. I love that. I'm going to add that to the list. I'm going to add it to the list. Spoonie Magoomy. Trust me, I'm a doctor. That makes me think, I think I did a video back in the day when I first started that had the clips. Oh man, it's from a while ago. It's like this little boy, and he's just eating his breakfast, and then there's like this voiceover, and it's talking over him, and it's like, he's a doctor, and the kid's like, what? I'll have to go find that video, but this is what that makes me think of. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Because the voiceover is like, he's a real doctor. And he's like, I'm 4 years old. It's so funny. So funny. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yes, Darla. I agree. I concur. Good evening. Anita's here. Team Bear Pokers. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay. Anita said it's been too long. I know. Everybody's so happy. They're like, Kevin, sushi, puppies, babies. Yes. Okay. I had the notification on, but as usual, YouTube style, no notification. Yeah. It's like, what can you do? Right? That's why I try to have a schedule that's like set. But this was like impromptu. Donna said the Dr. Berg and the food noise videos were priceless. Yes. Berg. Where Berg. Berg's the word. Dr. Berg. Yes. He is also of the quackopractor variety. And I say that lovingly because I go to a chiropractor. Okay. Carolyn's got a question. The split dosing, do you do that with compound? Yes. I'm on Zepbound vials, but my understanding is they are single dose vials. Yes. And don't have the appropriate preservatives to allow for multi-use. So I've seen mixed things on this. There are people who have researched the preservatives that are in the vials versus in the pens for Zepbound, and they claim that they are the same. They claim they have called into customer service and they're the same. They claim that the pharmaceutical companies started this rumor of, not the same preservatives to keep people from split dosing. Not necessarily split dosing, but to do lower dosing and try to make the medication last longer, right? Because the thing with the Zepbound vials is you have to renew your prescription every 45 days. Otherwise, the price goes up, right? Because they don't want you to do that. I do know people who get the Zepbound vials and who are doing split dosing. I think it's important to understand, right, the risks. Because the vials themselves are not the multipuncture vials. Again, that's my understanding. I could be wrong about that. So, yeah, it's definitely challenging. But to answer your question, yes, I am on compound. Currently, I'm using up the last of my compound before I go back to name brand. Okay. Only Dr. Jones I recognize wears a fedora and cracks a whip. That's right. Indy. Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones. Sandra says, I'm glad I'm not the only weird one who have come to love injection day. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Even with the injector pen, I look forward to it every week. Yeah. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody. Yes. You and me both. Hey, Jazzy's here. Hey, Jazzy. So glad you can make it. Hey, there's Mindy. Today is my shot day. I'm excited. Excellent. Could be the official entertainment. Absolutely. Okay, everybody saying hi to each other. Let me scroll down, see if I can catch up here. Okay, Kathleen says, I've never felt my injector pen. Oh, you're lucky. The clicking sound is the only thing that is unnerving. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that you just got to get used to. Okay, Darla says, I've lost 102 pounds. Nice. I'm 25 pounds away from goal. Excellent. And I've just stalled. Could have seen that coming. Like I plateaued and I don't know why, and I can't get the last bit away. Okay, so Darla, just so you know, first of all, you have done phenomenally. Okay, you are a freaking rock star. Secondly, this is very common. Okay, this is very, very common. Our bodies are not meant to be in a caloric deficit for a year, 2 years, 3 years, right? We're just not meant to do it. And your metabolism can downregulate, which can then make things harder for you. So what I recommend people do when they've reached a plateau is just lean into it. It's not that you're not losing weight. It's that you're maintaining. And try to think about it like that. Because not too far from now, you're going to be in maintenance, right? So when I say lean into a plateau, I say increase your calories to get you out of a caloric deficit, right? Give your body that extra energy that it needs. And also really work on building muscle. Because if you're trying to get that metabolism up, muscle is really going to be key. And if your body is reached a point where it's like, we don't want to do this anymore, don't make us do this anymore, right? If you change things up for even just a couple of weeks, you're going to feel good. You're going to look great. And then when you come back to a calorie deficit, your body is going to work with you instead of against you. The other option is if you're doing all the things, you're tracking your calories, you know you're in a calorie deficit, you can just wait it out and continue to do the exact same thing that you're doing, and eventually you will start losing weight again. Make sure that if you have lost a significant amount of weight, that you are recalculating your caloric deficit with a TDEE calculator. So, because as you lose weight, right, those numbers come down. So yeah, but I tell people, just lean into it. Give your body a break. It's not fun, right? We all want to lose weight. We want to get to our goal weight. We want to do it. We want it to happen now, right? But it's so beneficial for you. So that's what I say. And that's what I did. The Zep pen is so much better than the Wegovy pen. I'll have to take your word for that. I've never done Wegovy. So I've only ever seen it done. So Rachel, okay, it's not that you're only down 69 pounds. You are freaking phenomenal and you are down 69 pounds. That is awesome. Look, my bitter chickie, she already jumped on it. She was like, only? That's amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Cynthia says possible claim to fame. I think it's GI pathologist. Cynthia, what are you doing to me? Expert in eradication, extirpating irrelevant weight loss medication. You've got too many words. This is a word salad. I like it though. I like it. I can't say it, but I like it. Okay, Sharon. Any suggestions preventing injection site reactions? Yes, I have a few. First and foremost, before you do your injection, you wipe the whole area with the alcohol pad. Let it dry. Then you do your injection. Take it away. Wipe the whole area again. Let it dry. I see so many people that are not doing alcohol wipes. They're doing their injection. There's a little bit left on their skin. Then they're putting their shirt down, right? A lot of them are on these videos and they're like, oh, I'm going to do my injection and I'm going to do an okay injection. Great. All right. Put my shirt down. Right? Take your time. Slow down. Get the whole area clean. Let it dry. Just takes like 2 seconds. It makes a huge difference. Now, if you're having some sort of allergic reaction, then there are a couple of different options you can do. Some people will do ice, like a little bit of ice on the area first. That can help, prevent kind of that histamine reaction if you're having some sort of allergic reaction. There's also a lot of anecdotal evidence that doing Flonase, right, the nasal spray, on your skin, kind of letting it dry, then doing your injection, then wiping with alcohol, that can help. Some people take Benadryl, right? It just depends on what kind of injection site reaction you're having. The other thing that you may want to consider is the injection site itself. Try a different site. There are some people I know that can't inject in, the stomach area, but they can do love handle, right? Which for those of you who are not sure, love handle is over here on the side. The handle you hold on to, boop, 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 right? Or they do better with a thigh injection or back of the arm, right? So try different injection sites and see if there's something that works better for you. But my biggest advice is take your time. I see a lot of people rush through stuff and they end up making mistakes. Okay. Jennifer said, hello. Hello. I was wondering if you or anyone else in the group has been able to donate plasma while on the pen. Thanks. Love your channel. Thank you, Jennifer. So I personally have not, but I know quite a few people who have, and they've been totally fine. There are people who gave plasma, people who gave blood. There was one person who did platelets. It's just, again, one of those things that you want to really take into consideration the timing, right? So maybe don't do it right after injection day if that's like your highest suppression day and you have a hard time getting in all your calories. Like anytime you're doing a donation of blood or plasma, right? You don't want to be low calorie that day. But other than that, I've only heard good things. I haven't heard anything negative. So, okay. Shelly says, I love swimming my whole life. You used to call me little fish when I was younger. I love that. Yes, I swim anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours every night because I sit all day long. So once I get done with that, I swim. I love that. I love that. Shelly, if I lived close to you, we could just go swimming together every day. We could play mermaids. Okay. That's my favorite thing to do while swimming. If you're not into that, that's cool. That's cool. We could still be friends. We could still swim for exercise. I'm okay with that. But if you want to be a mermaid, I would like to be a mermaid. Okay, Anita says, I have a yard guy. He's also the trash guy, the light bulb guy, the plumbing guy, and the salary guy. He's the best. Anita, I'm beginning to wonder if you're describing a husband. Is that what you have? Because those are very handy to have around. I love that, though. That's very cute. Oh, my watch is telling me it's time for me to stand up, but instead I'm going to drink some of my drink. Shenanery. Oh, it's in the next post. Love me some shenanery. Cajun Mama. Suze? Are you burning something? Okay, are you okay? Okay. Making sure. I don't know what's happening. Okay, Shelly says, continue from my previous message. After I got done 18 IHOP in the pool. Get done 18 IHOP in the pool. Why does it say IHOP like the restaurant? Shelly, you throw me for a loop. I love it. Even though it's baking out. Yeah, that's always a good time to get in the water. I usually wait till sun goes down, so that's why I'm still swimming. Yep, right now. Okay, good. So am I playing on like a speaker, Shelly? How are you hearing me? Do you have like those waterproof earbud things? Shelly, come back to the phone and type. I need to know. How can you hear me? Are you just playing? I'm just like out loud at the pool where people can hear me. I need to know so I can say lots of really inappropriate things. Okay, Shelly? So come back and tell me. Okay. Cajun Mama said, I love me some shenanery. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Me too. Okay. Kirsten says, Thursday night shenanery with Allie. My daughter is on tirzepatide and donates plasma. Okay, great. Thank you for letting her know. And yes, we're having a lot of fun tonight. I'm really excited. Sherry Berry. I should have said my chiropractor is not Dr. Berg. Well, good, because I imagine that I went to a chiropractor one time that like all they did was push the sales of their supplements. And I just kind of get the vibe that that's Dr. Berg. Like if you look at his website, don't just take my word for it. But if you did, you would see it's like you're just like scrolling for days. I'm like, dude, How do you have so many websites? Anyway, nobody should have that many supplements to sell. It's just you've done too much at that point. Oh no, who's calling me? I don't know. I don't know you, person. Stop trying to call me, telemarketer. Okay. Melanie says, "Yay! I'm so excited to see you doing a live shenanery. Yes, I'm so glad that you're here." Okay, Freddie Man. Hey, I missed your live. Yeah, I miss them too. It's my schedule's been kind of crazy here lately, but I'm doing better, so I'm hoping to do more lives. Okay, Adriana's got a question. You probably already mentioned this. That's okay. You can ask. But what are you doing for your split dosing now? I was trying 2 times a week was for, oh, and it went off into the second part. Fine for a week, then kicked me in the butt with side effects. Interesting. So 2 times a week. So you might want to go to 3 times a week, right? Maybe that would help you with those side effects. It really kind of depends on what those side effects are. So let me know kind of what you're doing, what your plan is. As far as my split, Kevin's barking. I'm sorry. Guys. Okay. I think the yard guy might be at the door. Hang on. They're all going to bark. Okay. Now you guys get to hear Kevin cry. He's so silly. See, the poodles have like this big, angry type of bark, and then he squeals. And then, of course, you got Bear. He's just got a little tiny bark. Okay. No, I didn't hear anybody knock. But I can hear a truck out there. Okay. All right, you got it? Okay. We'll try to get back under control here. Okay, so what am I doing for split dosing? So I'm doing currently 3 times a week because I'm just kind of getting back into it from when I was doing the once a week. But I did go all the way up to 4 times a week, and I like that just as much. So yeah, it really just depends. But yeah, but to answer your question, doing 2 times a week, might want to talk to your doctor about doing 3 times a week, right? And you space it out. So yeah, that might help you, especially if you're having side effects. Oh my goodness. Let me go over here. Where is it? Vanessa, thank you for extra syringes and calling that Berg turd. Oh my God. Vanessa, I love you. First of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's so awesome of you. Second of all, I love that you love that video. I have others that are pretty entertaining too. So yeah, sometimes these chiropractors, man, they just go off the deep end. But yeah, Berg's the word. I had a couple of people that commented who are regular subscribers, and they were like, oh, this is a real shame because I like some of the other stuff that he says, right? And that's always the way it goes. It's like they make one video about GLP1s because it's a popular topic. And then they just say something just really outlandish, right? What was it that Dr. Berg said? He was like, oh, Ozempic causes protein deficiency. Dude, I eat more protein now than I ever did before I got on a GLP-1. Like, give me a break. No one in the US, at least, has protein deficiency. Okay, we're all eating way too much protein. Just saying. Okay. Have you considered creating and posting an Amazon wish list so those who want to can send your fur babies their favorite treats? I follow other creators that do, and I enjoy doing it. Diane, this is incredibly sweet. No, I hadn't thought of doing that. I guess I could. Let me write myself a note. I don't normally think to do things like that. So, Amazon wish list for doggos. Okay, great. I'm going to put it on my list of things to do. That's so sweet of you. They would love you forever for that because they get multiple chews a day. And we do mostly like 99% natural chews, which, get very expensive over time. So if you would like to, that would be very sweet. Thank you. And I'll get to work on that so that, and I'll do like unboxing videos if you guys want to send stuff to the dogs. I need to get like a PO box because I think that we could have a lot of fun with that. Okay, Cajun Mama says, yeah, that split dose video was fire. Thank you. Been doing it for a few months myself. That's the way for me too. Let's trash talk it so I don't speak of it. Seems like it's its own stick. Yeah, it really does. Like, what can you do, right? It's as with anything, there are people who want to follow the rules completely and without exception. And right, like there are some people that got mad at me when I tested the Love Handle as an injection site, right? Because they're like, that's not an approved location. And the thing is, it's like, whatever you want to do, I support you, right? As long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting somebody else, I'm all for it. If you can get your doctor on board, even better, right? So there are always going to be people that want to do things by the book and that's it. And that's okay. And then there are going to be other people that want to experiment, who want to change things, who hear about the possibility of lowering or fewer side effects. And they're like, man, I really want to try that. So that was kind of the reason that I opted to do my little split dosing experiment. And then lo and behold, I ended up loving it. And my side effects are not even bad at this point, right? So it's pretty awesome, in my opinion. But I ain't a doctor. Okay. Videos like bird's the word, but the berg, bird's the word. Okay, Cynthia said, trying to lose 50, just 20 so far. Started with weights. We'll try a dietitian. Yeah. And the thing is, a lot of times you can get a dietitian covered by insurance. So keep that in mind. The other thing is you don't have to see a dietitian forever, right? This is where a lot of people were like, oh, well, it's, not covered for me. 1 or 2 visits. And if you come in there with a plan and you know what information you want, you can come in that first visit and say, hey, I want a 3-month meal plan with my macros mapped out. This is what I want, right? Like go in with a plan. Tell them what you want. And then say, hey, by the next visit, I want you to give me all the goods. There you go. You get yourself a 3-month meal plan, then you can mix and match, move things around, right? So go into your doctor's appointments or dietitian appointment with a plan. Okay, Sasha said, what is NAD? So that's a really good question. And I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, so hang on. I'm going to give you the actual name of it because I just call it NAD. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay, so we're going to kind of go over it just like real surface level. So NAD, the whole point of it is to boost your energy, improve your focus, support cellular health, blah, 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 blah. NAD levels tend to decline as you age. It helps with DNA repair, right? Again, something that happens as you age. Your DNA kind of breaks down a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to talk about all that because that's not proven. Promotes brain and immune cell functioning. Okay. That's a bunch of sales crap. We're not going to say that. Okay. So, here we go. This is why I just call it NAD, because I can't pronounce big words. Okay. Nicotinamide adenine dicleotide. There you go. NAD. That's why we just call it NAD. It's a coenzyme crucial for various biological processes, including cellular energy production, mitochondrial function, and DNA repair. There you go. Straight from the source. So it is something that you can get. Anita had the same question. So Sasha, you did good. So NAD is one of those things that you can get, from a compounding pharmacy. And it's just an additional injection, right? It's not related to weight loss. It's not related to any of those things. So yeah. So I am testing it out. My wife is currently testing it out. So I'm really interested to tell you guys everything that we've experienced. Everything has been really great so far. So, and there's Anita. She had the question too. Okay. Right on. I just started using NAD plus injections. Yep, that's what I'm referring to as well. Looking forward to that video. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you'll have to keep us posted on how you're doing with yours. I find that, so with a lot of these extra peptides, right? We're not talking about GLP1s, all the extra stuff that you see being advertised online. The problem that I have with those is the reason why they were never scooped up by pharmaceutical companies is because they don't have a high success rate. So for example, AOD 9604 is one that companies like to pump out and say, oh, this will help you break your weight loss stall. But what they don't tell you is that if you actually look and read the research studies that were done many, many years ago on AOD, which stands for anti-obesity drug, because that's what it was supposed to be back in the day. If you read the studies, there was actually only effective for about 45% of people. That's less than 50%. So there is a less than 50% chance if you take AOD that it's going to help you break your stall. But see, they don't tell you that because they want you to buy it, right? So that's the challenge with many of these additional peptides that the compounding pharmacies are pushing. So it's definitely something that you have to do your research on. However, NAD has a lot of proven success. So that's a good one. Not like AOD. AOD. Waste of time. Okay. Lynn says, I can't wait for the video about NAD. Let the suspense build. All I know is I'm tired and I would like to not be. Yes. Well, it will definitely help with that. The key with NAD is if you're going to get it through your doctor, which I highly recommend, you need to make sure that they're not starting you out at a ridiculously high dose. I have seen some compounding pharmacies and telehealth companies that start people out at a really high dose. That's not necessary. Just like with GLP-1s, peptides, right? There's no reason to start people out at a ridiculously high dose. You may find that a less than normal dose, right, it gets the job done, which is even better. Saves you money, means that you don't have to worry about side effects, because these sort of things, they do have side effects, right? Now for NAD, it's like you're going to get a headache, right? But the way that you kind of slide in underneath that is you don't start out at a really high dose. Just because they say that your body can tolerate it doesn't mean that that's what your body needs. So, yeah, Lynn's, definitely stay tuned for that video because I have a lot to say. Okay. I was trying to say, I hope just listening to your videos is helpful to you YouTubers since I can't always comment. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if the video is playing, we are good. If you click on the video and you let it play, you're doing great. You don't have to comment. You don't have to like the video. You don't have to share it with a friend. If you are watching the video or you let it play, right, and you're listening, perfectly fine. That is helpful. Absolutely. So don't you worry. Okay, Sharon said, I'm going on week 4. I lost 7 pounds. And the first 2 weeks and nothing the last 2 weeks. Is this normal? I'm trying to be so careful. Yes. Yeah. So if you are on week 4, right, like you just started, then this is very common. And you will find that over time, right, it's going to start to become a little more consistent. But in the beginning, a lot of what people see is they see the initial water weight and inflammation come off, and then they start to see the consistent weight loss. And just remember that losing anywhere from 0.5 to 2 pounds per week is healthy weight loss. So, and you just got to make sure you're doing all the things. Track your food, track your calories if that's something that you want to do. Get in movement. You don't have to get crazy with it, right? There was a study that just came out. Sharon, you just reminded me. Thank you. There's a study that just came out that said what I've been saying all along, which is you do not have to get 10,000 steps a day. You just don't. There is not a whole lot of difference statistically between 7,000 steps a day and 10,000 steps a day. It's a brand new study. I wish, if I can find the link, I'll add it to this video. But I was reading it and I was like, yes, thank you. Because it bothers me. It bugs me that all the gym gurus are like, man, you have to get in your 10,000 a day, man. Right? And I'm like, no. If you're going from 0 steps a day to 5,000 a day, you're doing phenomenal. Right? So anyway, you're all going to come back and be good and not bark at everything. So anyway, you're doing great. Just keep at it. Keep on going on. Keep trucking on. Okay, Melanie, I was diagnosed with type 2 in the spring of 2022, and I finally met with the dietitian for the first time yesterday. Loved her. Great. She was so knowledgeable and helpful. I learned some things that I can change. That's fantastic. I love that. And the thing is, dietitians can be a great resource with like handouts, worksheets, right? Like people in my support group, they were like, hey, can we get a protein worksheet? Can we get a fiber worksheet? Dietitians are great for that. They've got all this documentation. They'll put my documents to shame. So ask them, say, hey, do you have worksheets or pamphlets or Word documents or what? Have them send you all their stuff. When I met with my dietitian, I was like, hey, what do you have? And she was like, I got a bunch of Word documents. I said, great. Forward them all to me. I want every last one of them. And she was like, really? I was like, really? So don't be afraid to ask for those things, right? Their job is to help you and to make things easier. So, Melanie, I love this for you. As a type 2 diabetic myself, it makes a huge difference. And then if you have questions or whatever, right, you can reach out to them. Again, you don't have to see them every month, right? You can just kind of wing it. Like a as needed type of thing. Cajun Mama, I used the non-compounded vials multiple times. I have never had issues, never go longer than 3 weeks. I practice sterile methods. Good. My nurse told me she'd totally do it, so that's how I've been using it. Yeah, see? And there are many, many people who do. Many, many people who do. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. Melanie said, continued. To be continued. I'm so hopeful that making these changes will help me to continue to lose more weight. My blood sugar numbers are great. Good. And I've lost 50 pounds. Excellent. But I would like to lose more to be healthier. Yeah. Yeah. So, being a diabetic can make weight loss challenging. But I think that as long as you are attacking it the way that you are, you got this. You got this. You're going to do great. You are doing great. But you're also going to be doing great. So, ruby red dress. She got a red dress on. Look, Sushi's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean, Sushi? What are you saying? I'm talking to the lady in the ruby red dress. You're a good girl. Okay, I haven't seen you in a while. You look amazing. Thank you. I haven't seen you in a while. You look fantabulous. I'm so glad you're here. Melanie said the giant tumbler. Yeah, I couldn't help myself when I saw it. I think it was at either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I was like, stop it. I need this for Alive. Okay, let me see if I can catch up with the comments here. I saw a video today discussing GLP blockers to our food supply. Yes. I still need to look into it, but it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, Heather, if you find something, feel free to send it my way. But yeah, there are a lot of companies that have said they're going to start doing this. Honestly, it's all kind of the fast food companies, the junk food companies, right? Because we're putting a hurting on their bottom dollar now. I think it's not going to work. Just my personal opinion from what I've seen. I think it's not going to work. I think that what's going to end up happening is that they're going to have to change. Right? There will always be fast food places, but we used to have so many more fast food options that also had healthy options, right? Like McDonald's used to have a salad. Do they even have a salad anymore? Right? Like they used to have a grilled chicken wrap. Do we even have that as an option anymore? I don't think so. I think it's just the fried wraps. Anyway, the point is, yes, there was fast food, but there was also healthy options available. Whereas now, you kind of got nothing. But we are seeing that fast food companies are switching things up. The latest one to really kind of dive headfirst into this is Taco Bell. They've got, all of their new chicken products, cantina bowl, cantina chicken, cantina this, cantina that, drink from a cantina, right? They've got the zero sugar Mountain Dew, right? All that. But what are they focusing on? Oh, check out this new bowl. It's got 30 grams of protein, right? They're getting smarter. I think that is the smartest way for them to move in that direction rather than this, which is, try to screw us all up with chemicals and stuff like that. Honestly, our food system in America is all jacked up. But yeah, but Heather, let me know what you find out, because it is an interesting topic and I do want to stay on top of it, and make people aware. The thing, as soon as people find out which companies are doing this, people will just boycott their stuff, right? It's like, it'll be like the MSG debacle all over again. People will be like, oh my goodness, or GMOs. Oh my goodness, you can't consume the GMO, the MSG, the right? Like, it'll be that all over again. So I don't think it's going to work out for them like they think it is, because it's just a matter of time before it hits the news. And then people will be like, well, okay, they got some kind of crazy chemical in the food. I'm not going to eat that anymore. Right. And they'll find some sort of alternative. And then some company will come out with an alternative to that doesn't have the thing in it, drive all the market share over there. Like, this is the dance of the capitalism, right? Oh, you're not doing what I want you to do? Great. I'm going to come right over here and get it cheaper and better and healthier, and then, right? So but it is very interesting. Great comment, Heather. DJ said, I'm late, but I'm here. Listen, DJ, we have been waiting for you for an hour and 55 minutes and 58 seconds. What were you doing? What's happening? I'm glad that you were able to make it. Hey, girl. Hey. I missed your lives. I know. I missed them too. I need to know, did you ever try the shenanery chips? If yes, thoughts. Hope the arm is feeling better. Yes, thank you. I am doing better. I'm not fully healed yet, but I am doing better. Thank you. So the shenanery chips, remind me, was that the cottage cheese that you do in the microwave? That was it, right? I think I bought cottage cheese and then I ate it. And I forgot to do that. Carol, remind me if that's what you're talking. I think that's what you're talking about. If yes, I need to do it because ADD brain, I forgot. Oh, Shelly's back. She said, my last message was supposed to say that after I get done eating, I jump in the pool. Right. I'm sure that your parents are okay with that. You should wait 30 minutes. I'm just kidding. I told you my message has come out crazy. That's okay. You're totally fine. Don't worry about it. Maribeth says, hey. Okay. Tragic, really? Wow, that's quite a name. Okay. I started on Ozempic and was on it for about 6 weeks before switching to Mounjaro. Congratulations. I had to start at the lowest dose again. Yes, which is standard. And I've been gaining weight and also experiencing some vertigo. Interesting. Okay, so with the vertigo, I would say if you have the means to check your blood pressure at home, right? If you have a blood pressure monitor, or if you can get one, right? You can just get one at the pharmacy. I would highly recommend that, because if you're either on blood pressure medicine or it's messing with your blood pressure, then you may be able to pinpoint it, right? When you start to have the vertigo. Definitely talk to your doctor about that. But yeah, as far as starting at the lowest dose and gaining weight, initially, what you will likely see if you haven't changed any of your habits, right? If you're tracking your calories, you're getting in movement, you're in a calorie deficit. If you haven't changed any of those things, likely what you're saying is that inflammation and water weight come back, right? So I know that you said you've had some weight gain. It may not be actual fat weight gain. It may be water and inflammation. But yeah, definitely check your blood pressure. Check the medications that if you have any other medications that you're taking, talk to your doctor, right? Let's get that vertigo under control. You don't want to leave that. But like I said, many times it is blood pressure related and can be resolved. So keep me posted. Let me know how you're doing. Do you have something? What are you doing down there, Sushi? Okay. Tammy says, I like injection day 2. I'm on 12.5 now for a month. The last 2 weeks, I've had little to no suppression for the first time. Rotating injection site. Yeah, that happens. Tammy, let me know, are you on name brand or compound? Because Corey, over on TikTok, she was talking about how just recently she got a box of Mounjaro, and what is it, Mounjaro or Zepbound? Anyway, one of the two, and she literally felt like it was nothing. And she was gaining weight, inflammation was coming back. She contacted the company. They sent her out a replacement box, and now she's just fine. So she apparently got a bad box. So yeah, so let me know, Tammy, what you're on. AR puff and stuff. Okay, I lost 50 pounds in 7 months, then had 2 months off in my switch from Wegovy to Zepbound. As I go up in doses, it feels like I'm off it, and I'm finally losing again at 7.5. Okay, good, great. Yeah, when you're switching from one med to the other, they can be a little bit of trial and error. And I wish that more doctors talked about that with their patients, because otherwise, right, like you start out at the lowest dose and then you're really frustrated with what's going on. So I'm glad that the 7.5 is working for you. Okay, but sad because I'm going back to work after summer holidays tomorrow, and I've only lost 2 pounds since I've seen everyone. It's okay. It's okay. I totally understand what you're saying here, but it's okay. You got this. AR Puff and Stuff works in a school. Yeah, I figured as much. You got this. You're going about it the right way. You can't rush to the end. I know we all want to, right? I want to. You want to have that big, dramatic entrance. I get it. I totally get it. But you're doing fantastic. Just keep at it. Oh my goodness. Yeda says hello from Brazil. Hello. Well, hello you from Brazil. That's fantastic. I don't think I've ever had somebody come show up from Brazil. Thank you for being here. That's awesome. Okay, 3rd week back on compound tirzepatide. I have ankles again and overall pain from fibromyalgia. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Is decreased. Pretty sure that says deceased. But it's also decreased. So, Maribeth, that's great. I'm so glad. I'm glad that you have ankles again. I'm happy for you. I'm also glad that your fibromyalgia is deceased. Love you. Anita says, ding, 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 we have a winner. Do we? Do we have a winner? I'm catching up with comments. Okay. We have hit the 2-hour mark, which means that I've gone to the slap happy shenanery place. So I'm going to catch up with the comments here, make sure I catch everybody's questions. Oh my gosh, I actually finished my drink? What? That means I get to check off my little checkbox here. Awesome. Okay. Sorry. Got excited about reaching a goal. Okay. Oh, look. Oh, are we back? Oh, tragic. Really? We're back with the vertigo. Okay. All right. Well, since I've already addressed this, I'm just going to reiterate it can be related to blood pressure. Make sure you talk to your doctor. Yeah. And if you are a type 2 diabetic, then you definitely want to make sure you're checking your blood sugars, right? Because if your blood sugar is bottoming out, that can also cause you to have vertigo as well. I forgot to mention that earlier. Sorry. Tragic, really. Keep me posted. Let me know how you're doing. Okay. Lady Be Lovely. Hey, Allie. Hello. Hello, peeps. Hello. What would your mermaid name be? So I decided when I was a kid that I would have a green tail and green hair, and my mermaid name would be Jade. So, great question. And I just so happen to have the answer for you right off the top of my head. Hey, what you got here?
I made homemade chili.
Oh, is that what smells so good? What did you burn?
That was something on the stove.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, it smells so good. Can you
I just want you to smell it.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
think?
It smells great. I want to try it. I'm going to jump off the live here in just a minute. Okay, great. Got some chili on the way. Excellent. Heather says, I play you on my Ion speaker. That's awesome. I'm going to have to start saying really inappropriate things just in hopes that people are playing me in public. But Heather, I love that. It's so funny. Okay, Shelly says, Allie, you're killing me. I have you on speaker, and it's only me out here at the pool. Mermaids, awesome. I agree. I have to be swimming buddy. Sometimes my daughter swims. Great. Shelly, you're doing great. Keep going. You're swimming so fast. Okay. I hope that was really loud coming out of the speaker. I love you, Shelly. You're fantastic. Okay. Maribeth said, when I attempted the split dosing 2 times a week, my I was about to say condensation because I've gone to the slap happy place. Constipation was horrid. I'm so sorry. I've been pretty lucky that on the dose that I'm on, which is 12.5, that my constipation has been pretty good. But I completely understand. I get that. Constipation is the worst, you guys. Alexa says, Allie, you look so skinny. Thank you. I am skinny. I am currently, if for anybody looking for an update, I'm currently a size 12. My favorite pants come from American Eagle, the high-waisted stretch. I'm about to do a video on great pants for when you're trying to cover up your loose skin. So stay tuned for that. And size medium shirt, which is awesome. But Alexa, thank you. You're so sweet. I'm trying for that birth weight, guys. I'm going to get back down to 8 pounds. You just watch me. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. Shelly said, I'm out of the pool now. I'm going to take a shower. We'll also have you on speaker. Don't want to miss the live. Shelly, you're so fantastic. I have a speaker in my bathroom that I use too. Okay. Heather is on NAD and she said mental clarity is amazing. Yes, I agree. I agree. Okay, so Jess wants to know, where am I getting my NAD from? Okay, so Jess, I appreciate this question. I'm not going to specify where I get it from because the last time I told people about a telehealth company, it went horribly wrong. And I felt really, really bad about everything that happened. So I am using a telehealth company with a compound pharmacy, but I'm not going to be like giving them any free advertisements. But I can see other people in the comments that are saying where they get theirs from. And those are all great options. So just take a look at the different companies and options. Do price comparisons, right? That's going to be key. make sure you're not getting ripped off, because some of these compound pharmacy slash telehealth companies are just putting stuff out and then putting a huge price tag on it. But thank you for your question. Yeah, and then here's people talking about their NAD. Okay, good. Oh, good. Lots of papers from the dietitian. Always good. Okay. I can see her when you want to. No schedule. Perfect. Okay. Sherry's got a question. Sherry. Sherry? It's either Sherry or Cherie. I apologize. I don't know which one. Okay. I love your channel. You're the best. No, you are the best. But also, I love you too. I'm on maintenance. I have experiencing depression. I was wondering if it could be associated with Zepbound. Yes. What do you think? Yes. So, unfortunately, GLP-1 meds, they kind of change what's happening in our brain as far as dopamine goes. And unfortunately, one of the side effects can be that you lose interest in things. You're not as excited about things. You're not as excited about food or people or places that you used to go to, right? You can, I forgot the correct medical terminology for it, but you just feel kind of bleh, right? And you don't care about anything. This is common. I actually went through a phase of this when I was like halfway through my journey. And what I had to do was I had to start focusing on things that I did enjoy. For example, sewing, spending time with the dogs, binge watching Netflix shows, rewatching some old anime series that I love, going shopping with friends, right? You have to find those things to help you kind of get excited again. It's some trial and error. However, if you are experiencing straight up old-fashioned serious depression, then you definitely want to talk to your doctor about that, because there are additional medications you can take that can help with that. But if you're just feeling kind of bleh, then you can try to work through it. It just depends on the severity of it, right? And the thing about mental health is it's always good to talk about it. So if you have someone close to you, if you have a friend or a family member or a spouse, or you really love your doctor, you have a good relationship with them, whoever it is, talk about it, right? Maybe they can help you. One of the things that has been bringing me a lot of joy lately has been perfumes. Weird, I know. But I get excited looking for them, searching for them, smelling all the different scents. And then I'm like, ooh, this is gross. Why would you even make this and sell it to people? Right? It's kind of fun. So, and I was never that way before. I mean, I've always liked perfumey type sprays, body sprays, things like that. But now it's like I'm on a mission to find something new. So, yeah. So see if there's something you can do to distract yourself in those moments. But like I said, if you're having like full-blown depression, talk to your doctor, talk to friends, talk to family, right? Don't just keep it to yourself. It's important to talk to people. Excellent question. Yes, the microwave cottage cheese. Okay, remind me, how long was I supposed to microwave it? I gotta jump off of here. But remind me, Carol, because I gotta do that. And I have cottage cheese, so remind me. Ooh, tragic. Really, I also quit smoking. Yeah, that's painful. But you did the right thing. Okay? It'll get easier. It'll get better. Like the longer you go, the less snacky you'll be. For me, I really had to focus on like really crunchy snacks to help me with kind of that oral fixation to quit smoking. So lots of like carrots and hummus, celery and ranch, right? find the crunchy snack that works for you, and see if that helps you. Okay, great. Okay. All right. I got to scroll down because we're running out of time. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. Okay. Lisa says, I noticed a 2-pound weight gain after a fall running. Oh no. Knee is swollen and shoulder is sore. My guess is inflammation gain. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely take it easy, right? Whenever you have an injury from working out, you definitely want to make sure you're completely healed. So I'm so sorry that you fell. I hope you get better soon. I'm got an injury I'm working on right now. It's making me crazy. It's driving me bonkers. Okay. Name of Jade is fire. Yeah, I think so. I definitely thought so as a kid too. Okay. Cynthia says, did some research, NAD not recommended for those with a history of cancer. Excellent. Yes. Yeah, there are actually a lot of peptides on the market that are not recommended for people with cancer. Not like GLP1s, where they keep coming out with more studies saying it's better to prevent cancer. So, but yes, NAD is one of those ones. Cynthia, thank you for that. Okay. All right. Mimi from the Knights of Me. Hey, Allie, I had suppression when I first started Zepbound. Ever since 7.5, I haven't had any suppression. Currently on 15. Been switching injection sites as well. What could be going on? Interesting. Okay, so that is very common with 7.5, but now you're all the way up to 15 and you still don't have suppression? Did you have suppression on 5? Nini, let me know in the comments. Did you have suppression on 5? Because I have heard of this happening and people have titrated down to whatever the last dose was that they did have suppression, and it's like it magically works. So I can't say that that will happen for you, but make it worth a try. Yes, she said yes, suppression on 5. Okay. Yeah. I mean, going from 15 to 5 is probably going to be challenging, but if you already don't, and you have 0 suppression, I mean, 0, not right after injection day, not the whole week, you have 0 suppression, right? Let me know in the comments. Also, are you on name brand or compound? Let me know that too. Nini, we gonna get this figured out. Okay, while I wait for Nini to respond, Joni says, have a good night. Okay, Nini says 0 suppression. Okay, let me know what you're on. Is it name brand or compound? Name brand. Okay. Man. The only thing I can say is talk to your doctor about titrating down to 5 and see if it comes back. That's wild. So you had it on 2.5, you had it on 5. You went up to 7.5, which is very common, not popular, common for people to hit 7.5 and then they don't have suppression. But then for you to continue to not have suppression at all, going all the way up, that is very interesting. Yeah. Have you continued to lose weight even though you don't have suppression? Let me know, Nini. Okay. Carol's got us. Thank you, Joni, by the way. I'm sorry. I didn't read your comment out loud, but I did read it. Thank you. And good night. Okay. Shenanery chips starts to get brown. For me, it's around 3 minutes. Okay. I know you told me this before and I dropped the ball. I'm sorry, Carol. Don't be mad at me. Shenanery chips. 3-minute cottage cheese. Okay. Okay, here we go. Nini's back. Thank you, Carol. I'm going to do it. Had suppression on 5 for like 2 weeks, and after nothing, been talking to my doctor. Nini, you are a tough cookie. I wonder what happened. I don't know. This is the first I've heard of this. I mean, normally when this happens to people, they'll drop back down in dose and then have the suppression again. But even then, on 5, you had suppression for like 2 weeks. Oh, you were on compound. The plot thickens. Okay, so you were on compound. Now you're on name brand. Now on name brand. Nini's reading my mind. Okay. Interesting. I really wish I had something helpful for you here, but you're kind of a special case. I have not heard of this happening. I've heard of people having like a big chunk of time, right? Where they go up in dose and they continue to lose weight, but they lose the suppression. And then they get to 15 and it hits. But you don't have that. I don't know. I would talk to your doctor about going back down. If you had the most suppression on 2.5, right? You said you had it on 5 for about 2 weeks. I would talk to him about titrating all the way down. I mean, you already don't have suppression. So if you titrate down, you could see, do you continue to lose weight? And then maybe the suppression comes back. It's very interesting. I don't know. Nini, you have stumped Mimi. I am stumped, and I want to know what you decide to do going forward. Okay, so can you keep me posted? Because she said, thanks, Allie. Don't thank me. I haven't helped you. I want to help you, but you're just like this one-of case that I have not heard of this happening before. So, okay, she's going to keep me posted. Nini, I hope you're a she. I'm sorry. I just assumed. They are going to keep me posted. So good, because I want to know what happens. Okay, Sharon said, have a great night. Thank you. Okay, I hope you have a great night as well. I am going to jump off of here because apparently my wife made chili and the house smells amazing. So I'm going to jump off of here. But I have had so much fun with you guys tonight. We had a huge turnout. I am so excited. Please make sure as you exit stage lefts. Can you tell I'm getting tired? My words are just like, when you exit stage left, make sure you hit that like button. If you are part of the replay crew and you are watching this on the replay, definitely leave me a comment and let me know that you're watching the replay. I do read all of the comments, so I will see you. And if you have questions, but you missed the live, it's okay. We'll have tons more lives. And you can also put your questions in the comment if you're watching the replay, and I will come back and answer them for you. Bright Goddess says, have a great evening. Thank you. You too. Okay. I hope you guys had lots of fun. I'm going to go eat lots of chili. And as always, be kind, rewind. Come here, bud. Come here. You going to say hi to everybody? Come here. Okay, come here. Okay. Say hi to your friends. Look, you got to look this way. Look this way. Yeah. Okay. You ready to go night-night? Okay, trying to scratch me in the face. You ready to go night-night? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Here comes everybody else. They know what that means. Okay. Cynthia says, night-night, enjoy fiber. Eat your chili. Love the live. Thank you. Vanessa, I'm so glad that you had fun. You've got to come to these lives. We're going to start doing them more often. We just have so much fun, and they just go for like 2.5 hours at a time. It's hard to carve out 2 hours, but I hate to make them shorter because I really enjoy spending time with you guys. Okay. As always, be kind, rewind.